The heading, "Welcome Back, Subscribe to Our Channel," serves as a strategic introduction in content creation, particularly on platforms like YouTube. It effectively merges audience engagement with content promotion. By starting a video with a welcoming statement, creators establish a personal connection, fostering a sense of community and belonging among viewers. Encouraging the audience to subscribe not only increases subscriber count, but also ensures that viewers remain connected to future content. In the context of the outlined topic, which discusses how the U.S. sank the world's largest battleship, this introductory statement serves as a hook, capturing attention and setting the stage for an intriguing historical narrative. The significance of this point lies in the competitive nature of digital content, where audience retention is key. A well-crafted introduction can significantly impact viewer engagement metrics, leading to better visibility and reach. For instance, the successful YouTube channel Smarter Every Day often incorporates engaging intros that welcome both returning and new viewers, reinforcing viewer loyalty. Similarly, channels like Crash Course utilize this technique to maintain high engagement levels across educational content. From a strategic standpoint, there's a widespread opinion that such introductions create a familiar and inviting atmosphere, which can be crucial for viewer retention. Well-known creators often emphasize community building as a core part of their strategy, believing it to be integral to long-term success. However, there are potential challenges associated with this approach. Critics argue that overly repetitive or generic intros can annoy viewers, especially if they prioritize content over community engagement. Balancing this welcoming style with content-driven introductions is crucial. Alternatives like diving directly into a compelling story or fact can serve as a refreshing change, but may lose the personal touch that some audiences appreciate. This introductory technique influences other aspects of content creation by setting the tone for the entire video. It can lead to increased interaction through comments and shares, further boosting video performance on algorithm-driven platforms. In the context of the main topic, a strong introduction can captivate audiences, encouraging them to explore the historical depth and significance of events like the sinking of a battleship. By fostering an engaged audience, creators can ensure that their message has a broader impact, prompting viewers to further explore and discuss the intricate details of such a compelling historical event. The heading, "How the U.S. Sank the World's Largest Battleship," introduces a historical event centered around the demise of the Japanese battleship Yamato, famously regarded as the largest battleship ever built. This topic delves into the events of April 7, 1945, during World War II, when the United States Navy executed Operation 10 Go, a concerted strategy involving aerial bombardment and coordinated naval maneuvers, leading to the sinking of this colossal war vessel. The significance of this event lies not only in its impact on naval warfare, but also in its symbolic conclusion to Japan's battleship dominance, effectively marking a pivotal shift in maritime military strategy towards air superiority and aircraft carriers. This event exemplifies the dramatic evolution of naval power, where size no longer dictated supremacy. The sinking of the Yamato underscores how technological advancements and strategic innovations can outweigh brute force. One notable example is the use of coordinated air assaults, where over 300 U.S. aircraft were mobilized from carriers to attack Yamato, showcasing the growing importance of air power in maritime strategy. A second example is the strategic use of reconnaissance and intelligence, which enabled the U.S. forces to anticipate and neutralize the threat posed by Yamato effectively. Opinions supporting this shift towards air superiority argue that the rapid development of aircraft and the versatility of aircraft carriers rendered large battleships less relevant, a viewpoint corroborated by military historians who view the Yamato's sinking as a testament to the obsolescence of traditional battleship warfare. However, this perspective is not without its challenges or controversies. Some naval strategists maintain that battleships still had a role in modern warfare, pointing to their formidable firepower and psychological impact. Yet, the substantial resources required to build and maintain such behemoths often rendered them liabilities in an era where speed and adaptability were paramount. This historical incident connects deeply with broader themes in military evolution, demonstrating how technological advancements necessitate strategic reevaluations. The end of the battleship era influenced subsequent naval designs, encouraging the development of more flexible and technologically advanced fleets. This transition reflects a broader lesson relevant to various fields. Innovation and adaptability often trump sheer size and tradition. By understanding this, audiences can appreciate how historical events like the sinking of Yamato garner insights valuable in shaping future strategies and technologies across industries. The concept introduced by the heading Introduction to the World's Largest Battleship revolves around the Yamato, a Japanese battleship that stood as a symbol of naval power during World War II. The Yamato-class ships were the largest and most heavily armed battleships ever constructed. With a displacement of 72,800 tons and armed with 9 18.1-inch guns, Yamato was a marvel of naval engineering, designed to overwhelm any adversary through sheer firepower and resiliency. This battleship epitomized Japan's strategic focus on large, heavily armed ships to maintain naval superiority in the Pacific. The significance of the Yamato, in the context of the U.S. sinking it, cannot be underestimated. It reflects a pivotal moment in warfare, where technological innovation and strategic maneuvering began to eclipse brute force. The sinking of such a monumental ship showcases the shift from traditional battleship engagements to new tactics, particularly the increased reliance on air power and submarines, which played a crucial role in neutralizing what was thought to be indomitable. One significant example illustrating this point is the Battle of Midway, which marked a turning point in naval warfare. Despite Japan's numerical superiority, the U.S. utilized intelligence and aircraft carriers to deliver decisive blows. Similarly, in the Battle of the Philippine Sea, known as the Great Marianas Turkey Shoot, American forces decimated the Japanese fleet, highlighting the diminishing role of battleships like the Yamato. Opinions vary on the strategic value of the Yamato. Some military historians argue that it was a colossal misallocation of resources, arguing that the Imperial Navy would have been better served by investing in more aircraft carriers and submarines, which proved crucial in the Pacific theater. However, others view it as an essential part of Japan's naval history and a testament to the engineering prowess of the era. Challenges associated with the Yamato include its symbolic status, overshadowing its operational effectiveness. The battleship faced logistical issues, such as its massive fuel consumption and limited operational range. Additionally, its existence became more of a psychological tool rather than a practical asset due to the evolution of wartime strategies. This point is integral to understanding how the demise of the Yamato influenced future naval architecture and doctrines. The sinking underscored the futility of investing in battleship dominance in an era where aerial and undersea technologies were proving vastly superior. It marks a critical juncture, influencing U.S. naval strategies and the broader scope of modern warfare, fostering advancements that continue to shape military tactics today. The heading, How the U.S. Sank the World's Largest Battleship, refers to the sinking of the Japanese battleship Yamato during World War II, which was the largest battleship ever constructed. This event is significant as it marked a pivotal moment in naval warfare, demonstrating the shift from battleship dominance to aircraft carrier supremacy. The destruction of Yamato underscored the effectiveness of air power over traditional sea power, altering naval strategy permanently. The significance of this event lies in its illustration of technological and tactical evolution in warfare. The Yamato was designed with massive firepower and heavy armor to dominate sea battles, but its vulnerability was exposed through air assault. This incident catalyzed the U.S. Navy's strategic focus on aircraft carriers, which would dominate naval conflicts for decades. A specific example of this shift is the Battle of Midway, where U.S. carriers played a crucial role, highlighting that battleship-centric strategies had become obsolete. Additionally, Yamato's sinking symbolized Japan's declining naval power and was a demoralizing blow to its military forces. Support for the idea that air power was key to modern conflicts comes from many military historians who argue that the Yamato's destruction marked the end of an era for battleships. Critics of battleship dominance point out the inefficiency and cost of maintaining such massive ships, advocating for a focus on more versatile and strategically advantageous aircraft carriers and submarines. However, this concept is not without its controversies. Some naval historians debate the true effectiveness of battleships versus aircraft, arguing that, given the right circumstances, battleships still had value due to their firepower and armor. Others view the focus on air power as a risk, susceptible to technological disruptions or advancements in missile technology. The sinking of the Yamato connects to broader aspects of World War II and military strategy. It illustrates the interconnectedness of technology, strategy, and military success. The impact of this event on the U.S. Navy's strategic shift underscored the importance of adapting to new technologies and tactics in warfare. Furthermore, it serves as a lesson in flexibility and innovation, influencing military planning and naval construction long after World War II. By adapting to new strategies, the U.S. Navy set a precedent for future military operations, showcasing the importance of air superiority and technological adaptation in modern warfare.